Good morning. Are you getting out of social media what you're putting into it? Are you struggling with what to post on Instagram or Facebook that actually has some meaning for your friends and followers? I see it all the time. We have agents that have 2,000-3,000 friends or followers. They put out a post and get very few views, or maybe likes is what they're measuring. And my argument is, I think we're putting out the wrong content to the majority of our friends and followers, about 95% of the time. Most of the time, your friends and followers, I would say maybe 1, 2, 3% of all of those are looking to buy a house in the next 3 to 6 months. The other 95 or 6% aren't. But we still, if you look at many realtors' timelines, or what you find is the majority of their content is based around their listings. Here's my new listing that I just listed, or here's the one I penned it in the last 24 hours, on the market for 24 hours, or here's my clients in front of their new home holding the sign, I love my realtor. Those type of posts I'm going to classify as withdrawals. And let me circle back to this. If you look at Facebook and Instagram, what I want you to think about those two platforms, consider those as an ATM machine. Your ATM, you go to an ATM and you make deposits and withdrawals. The deposits and withdrawals are your posts. And what I'm going to argue is that 95% of our posts that we're putting out there are withdrawals. We're putting those out there mainly to promote the agent or yourself, or here's my happy client type posts. Those are there to help you gain credibility. They're not there to talk to the 95% of the people that aren't ready to buy a house tomorrow or in the next 3 to 6 months. What I think we need to do is we have to start looking for content outside of our listings or even our clients, because those are withdrawals. And just like an ATM machine, you can't make a withdrawal and expect money to come out without first making some deposits. And what I consider a deposit would be educational videos, things that'll talk about the market stats and your view on what's going on with the market. Maybe it's home maintenance tips. The list could go on. I'm going to show you something I want to share with everyone here in a second, where I actually classify different types of posts as withdrawals or deposits. And once again, you can't really go to the ATM machine and make a withdrawal before you make a deposit, or at least have a good size built up in there. This guide that I created, quickly it goes through what I would consider a deposit versus a withdrawal. A withdrawal would be a post that says, call me, I want to be your realtor, or the market's hot, if you're thinking about buying or selling, give me a call. Even open house announcements. Do 95% or more of your friends or followers care that you're having an open house this Sunday? Probably not. Now, if you put up an educational video, something along the lines of, here's how spring cleaning tips, or here's what most people get anxious about before a listing appointment, or here's what to expect when I show up at your house for a listing appointment, or here are the 5 questions that you need to ask your agent prior to listing your house. Things like that are educating the 95% of the people that aren't ready to buy a house. Those are deposits. I made this up. Basically, it's a scoring system for you to be able to tell, before you post that, is this a deposit or a withdrawal? You can change these numbers, but I'll give everyone access to this guide at the end of this. Todd and Megan Ferris, local agents here in Indianapolis with Tucker, I think they do a fantastic job of building up hundreds of deposits before asking for that withdrawal. Not only are there videos and podcasts, everything that they do is not only educational, but it's also entertaining. And you get bonus points for entertaining because people watch it. They get engaged with it. Todd and Megan do a fantastic job of that. Here's a couple pages of 40 or 50 ideas on what you could post about that I would consider to be a deposit versus a withdrawal. I also looked around the country at some agents to give you an idea of what a withdrawal might be. Posts that have the happy clients in front of it holding the sign, I love my realtor. That speaks to a very small percentage of your friends and followers. That is basically there to help boost your value, build value in you, to show that you're a great realtor. That's a withdrawal in my book. They're good. Withdrawals are not bad. They just have to be balanced with deposits. You have withdrawals like I just sold this house, or just pended this house, or I just listed this house. Those are withdrawals also in my book. And then I went and found a handful of agents here locally in Indianapolis that I think are doing a great job with balancing the withdrawals with the deposits. Elena Musla here in Indianapolis, I think she's a relatively newer agent, last couple of years. She's killing it. And if you look at her timeline, I would say 60, maybe 80% of the time, she's making a deposit. She's not saying, here's my new listing, or call me, I'm the best realtor in town. What she's doing is investing in her friends and her followers, saying, here, I want to help educate you on the process. She has some great posts. Biggest regrets people have after they purchase a home. She made a post on that. That's pretty good. That's solid. That's a solid deposit. Todd and Megan Ferris, they're fantastic. If you're not following their social media stuff or their podcast, you should. They do a fantastic job, like I said before, of educating the people that are following and their friends on the market stats, but they also mix in an awesome dose of entertainment with each one of these videos and posts. They get engagement. People love that. They're not out there saying, hey, I'm the #1 agent at this office in Tucker, call me today. That is a withdrawal. They're putting out tons of deposits before they ever do anything like that. Robin Brees, one of my favorites. She started a 365 post a day, 365 days. And most of those posts, I would say 80-90% of those, are deposits. She's educating her friends, her followers, on the process of buying a house, or how to buy a new house, or the difference between a new home and an existing home, title work, mortgages. What's the difference between an FHA loan versus a conventional loan? How much money do I need for a down payment? All of those things are deposits. And then you'll see Robin, obviously make the withdrawal when she has a new listing. But her bank account's full of deposits before she goes to that machine and tries to make a withdrawal. Mark Branch is another excellent person. If you're not following him or his social media or his entire group, his team, they do a fantastic job of making deposits, and they are entertaining too. You'll see some of his posts, and you just like him. So make sure you're following Mark. He does a great job building up those deposits. Chad, agent here at Highgarden, who started I think less than 6 months ago. He has 5, 6, 7 deals under his belt. He's picked up this philosophy of making deposits before withdrawals very early, and it's working for him. So just a few people that you could check out. Check out this guide. I'll have a link to it either in the bottom of in the comments somewhere, or you can direct message me, leave a comment, and I'll make sure that I get it to you. Either email it, message it to you, whatever. But that's what I got today. I hope everybody got something out of this. If you have any questions or comments or want to talk about withdrawals and deposits in your social media, please give me a call. I'll talk to you later. Thanks.